Hey everybody, welcome back. We've got another Marvel Future Revolution basic video. This one's going to be about the different game modes, also kind of how it ties into your dailies, because they kind of go hand in hand. The game modes and the dailies, it kind of encourages you to each day. So keeping it quick, keeping it simple. We'll not go into a big depth on these. I'm going to give you a real high level thing. And if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord link in the description below. Hammer down like buttons, all those kind of things. All right, let's check it out. All right, so we just went over reset. So I mentioned in the UI video, you've got our operations and arena section. This is where you're going to get a lot of your dailies. You also have these challenges where you can see I've already dismantled something 5 times, claimed something, right? So you've got all these things you can do. Again, not going through these in detail, but the game modes. Operations. First up is Blitz. And these will happen as you go through the game. So do not stress if you get these. When you first start, these will all be red. And as you go and you level up, you'll be able to get them. So in Blitz, this is kind of a quick blitz through a really little mini level that you can do 3 times per set. So, and it's every 10 levels that you get this, you know, level 20 all the way up, and you can do it 3 out of 3 times. You can pay if you want to get a chance to get the rewards more. It goes currently for soft launch, goes all the way up to 100, with Maestro being the last one. Laufey's one of the harder. These last 2, Laufey I think is actually the hardest boss. But anyway, you go through this, you run it 3 times. It's a little bit difficult at first and takes a little bit of time, but as you get stronger, you're basically autoing through these blindly, and you can do some of these just yourself if you have to. You've got some alliance dailies where you're going to actually want to run these with people in your alliance each week, but you know, otherwise you can run through these. This does take a little bit of extra time. I'm actually petitioning that if you're able to run it within a certain time period, like if I can do this Kingpin one in, you know, a minute or something like that in 3 consecutive days, then give me an auto button here, because it does get a little bit time consuming. So anyway, that's Blitz. Do these every single day for the gold, for the gear, for everything. All right, you want this stuff. It's number 1. Next up, we've got the most wanted. Now, when you're in the Omega Flight headquarters, you've got to walk over to Rocket. This is a little frustrating. Every day, you're going to get 3 of these most wanteds. Go do them as well. Now, these can also be a little bit pain in the butt. During soft launch, they patch these. You just click select location. Then you click this area. It will teleport you there. You know, and it's each one. Sometimes you get 2 in the same area. Sometimes you don't. So for me, I've got to go to each one of these areas, and this person will spawn at one of these red skulls. And when you do these, I recommend finding, when you're there, there's going to be teleport devices, and we'll just go to one as I'm sitting here talking to you guys. There's going to be teleport devices here. I try to find the tripod of when I'm waiting for these things, so that when I can actually get there, you can see. So I'm going to click on the map. It's not up, but it's like, what's a good spot for me to find somewhere to go? All right, so I can be in between 2 and also get to a quick teleport. So maybe I go right here. That way, if it spawns here, I can get to them, or if it spawns at one of these, I can quickly go to this and teleport to this one and go up and down. That's how I try to make that go a little bit quicker, because this one can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But auto farm while you're waiting, it brings these things around a little bit quicker. So while that's going on, the other thing we got over special ops, do this every day. Every day you need to be able to get the sin particles. This is critical for making your regional gear, which is currently seems to be the best gear in the game. And you don't get a lot of these, but try to finish at the top of your special ops when you do your reward run, and then you can get as much of these as possible. Do this every day for sure. It's also got an alliance daily thing. Battle challenge, these are over the course of 4, 5, 6 days, something like that. You can see I haven't run mine yet. This is not a daily thing. You just go through here and there's like 30 levels of challenges. It's like a little tower. I think I'm at like 25 or 26 is the farthest I've got. You got little challenges per one. They change. You want to try to 3-star these to get more points, and you get ranking in the week and all that kind of thing. That one's kind of fun. Raid, this changes every day. All right, so these raids, and there are different levels. There's a challenge difficulty, an extreme difficulty, and an ultimate difficulty. And you have to start with the challenges first. You cannot do these harder ones till you beat the tier before it. So you do the challenge. It allows you to beat the extreme, or try the extreme. Once you beat the extreme, then you can try the ultimate. There's nothing above ultimate at the moment. And all of this is where you get these pieces that play into your specialization, which we'll talk about in our power up. I hit this up a little bit in the UI video as well. See, on this current day, I can actually pick any of these 3 raids. So I'm going to have to go look at my specialization and see which one of these colors do I need the most. I also want to mention reward count 1 out of 1. When you do this, this is the best use of these crystals. You can refresh this at 100 per, because these specializations are really worth it. So these crystals you get free, or you can buy them. I like personally to use them in the raids to get that gear. Next up, we've got the arena, Omega War. This is kind of like the 10v10, just everybody's killing each other. Well, actually the 10 versus the other 10, and you just want to finish with more points. So this can be difficult. You can have some major Krakens in there kicking everyone's butt. So you've got to find ways to contribute. All right. Whatever team's got the most points at the end, they win. You get the most points, etc. You also get rankings as this. As you can see, my rank's 306, which is, it's okay. It's not great. I only do 2 per day, basically. Dimensional duel. This is a 1v1. It's kind of like an arena matchup. You search for your opponents. You just go one-on-one. It's like a rock, paper, scissors type matchup. Sometimes one character might beat 3 the other, and then this other character actually beats that character. And then sometimes just talent plays out. So I'm like a 50-50 type, but I still, I just try to do my 5 per day, and that's pretty much it. So I'm still learning this. I'm not super strong for that. But then you've got Dark Zone. This is the PvP VE zone, meaning there's a bunch of bosses you can kill in there, but you can also kill other players. So for me, I try to find, I've been running with, I'll do a video. I've got this specific alliance that I've been running with, X-Force, and I'm not in their alliance. So that means if I'm trying to hit bosses, they can kill me, or they can just kill me because they want to kill me. That's the point of the zone. And you get a bunch of points, and you get a bunch of comics when you're in the zone. You can get your comics in here in like 10 minutes if you're in a good group. If you want to get points, there's currently 2 times a day you get double points when you're in here. That seems to get a bunch of people in the different zones, and it can lead to some fun. So right now there's 3 different channels or zones that you can go into, and you get 2 different periods for double points, and that's where people tend to be in the most. So Dark Zone, I mean, we'll see if this is the true end game or not. I don't necessarily think it is. I think there might be something more, but currently in soft launch, those are the different game modes that you have. And you, oh, by the way, and in Dark Zone, you only get 1 hour to be in there per day. So you got to pick that hour wisely. Coordinate that with other people you're playing with. Make sure you're in an alliance that runs it at a certain time that works for you. Might not be double points, but it might be the only time you guys can get in there and get points. And if there's a bunch of Kraken alliances running at double points and you can't get anything done, that might be tough. I'm also pitching for Netmarble to try to I have alliance truces, so that, whether a couple Kraken alliances can truce together to own a zone, or maybe a bunch of smaller alliances truce together to take on a Kraken alliance. I actually think that would be a lot of fun and make this game mode even more dynamic. This game mode is very hot. It's very contentious. A lot of people like to complain and talk about different things. I've been beaten a ton of times and gotten frustrated by people killing me. And I've also been like, well, I've got to just try to run ahead of people. And I've also tried to run with people who can help me get these points as well. So fun zone. Anyway, so that's what we got for all the different game modes. Again, one of the things that I want to say as I'm doing this is do not stress about figuring all this stuff out perfectly. I'll go in more depth for these different game modes in different videos. You want to just figure it out organically, but I wanted to touch on them. Do these things daily. It does help you get your your gear and everything like that outside of the battle challenges. Do them every day. Anyway, so that's what I got for the game modes and the daily situation. So hope it helps. Appreciate you guys stopping by. As always, there's going to be some other beginner videos up in the sides here that'll link you to some other ones. So if you want to click through and check them out, appreciate it. Hammer down like button, notification bell, subscription button, you know it. And until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.